Black male is being followed by a group of white people in a community. Very scary thing here. Check it out.
What's
going on, buddy?
Nigga done brought a
No, answer the question.
team out here.
Obviously, he doesn't live here.
The reason why I asked you to live here is a private community, so if you don't live here, you need to leave. If you live here, you're visiting a friend, that's fine, just let us know, because you're getting neighbors concerns if you're walking around my house. I'm not walking around your house. Hold on, Steve. You've been past my house 4 times, I don't know you, I've never seen you here before, and you're walking past my house over and over again. So if you live here or you have a friend you're visiting here, that's fine.
I'm not in front of your house. You're actually following me.
You went up the wrong way. We just asking a question. You live out here?
I'm a part of the neighborhood.
You're part of the neighborhood? Well, does that mean you live here? It's simple.
Like, bro, what?
All right, put up the picture full mass. I got the background. Give some insight. According to the details in the video, this incident occurred in Sarasota, Florida. Allegedly, the mother of the man being followed posted a video writing, TikTok, I really need some help. What you see here is my child being racially profiled and followed by 4 grown men because he was walking around our neighborhood. I guess we look like we don't belong in an upscale neighborhood, but here is a little backstory. The morning aftermath of Hurricane Milton, my son wanted to walk the neighborhood to talk to his girlfriend on his phone because we didn't have power. So his service was bad in the house. This is what he had to deal with. She continued, even after telling these men he lives here, they were not satisfied with his answer and continued to harass him. This was not a 1-minute altercation. My son was followed for over 10 minutes dealing with this. I am so happy he recorded every moment and thankful my child is still here. But I need to know, how is it okay? I do not want to live in a community that does not welcome me and my children because the color of our skin. When pressed for more details by commenters, the mother replied, quote, so let me make myself very clear here on a few things. Number one, this is my child. He is a teenager. He is still my child. 2, he lives in this neighborhood. He effing belongs. 3, these people are trying to spin the narrative by saying he approached some woman and tried to enter her garage. None of this is true. He spoke to a woman in passing. He was on the sidewalk. When he returned from walking around the block, her husband and way more people were standing outside waiting on him to return. That is when my son decided to pull out his phone because he felt unsafe. At how many people were outside questioning him on who he was and why he was there. She continued, people are telling me to call the police. At the end of this video, you will see that one of their friends, not sure if he was off duty, but an officer pulled up in his cruiser. Once he realized that he was being recorded, he admitted seeing my son walking around the neighborhood and not posing a threat. I just want to sit this here for people that continue to want to listen to BS. She will continue. Once upon a time, there was a black man whose name was Emmett Till. The woman that did this crap to him in 1955 recently shared on her deathbed that she lied about this man hitting on her. Now, Emmett Till is no longer here. What you see is a blueprint of exactly what happens to these black men that are no longer here. They are being preyed upon by mobs of people. They call their police friends to come and corner them once they have them in a helpless position. These men are unalived and can't tell their side of the story. So once again, here I am making awareness that racism still exists this very day. There should be repercussions to this type of behavior so that it will stop. We deserve to have a nice life too. We deserve to be here and live just as comfortable as anyone else That's not black. We deserve our lives. End quote. Once again, this is akin to what? Where are your freedom papers? Where are your freedom papers? What right do you have? Well, it's called the Constitution. You have the right of assembly. You have the right of movement, interstate movement, as well as a constitutional right. You have the right to be. You have the right to walk around communities. You have a right to be black. And they decided to engage this individual in a mob-like fashion, involve the police, who once he noticed he was being recorded, decided to act prim and proper and say he's posing no threat. Okay. Well, why are you here then? Why'd you even come? Why'd you stop by? Right. Thankfully, this individual is alive, is doing well, definitely understandable. He wants to walk outside, get better reception. They have gone through a significant crisis in that community in Florida because of the storms. And now the mother in the neighborhood she lives in and her son lives in, she has to post this on TikTok to bring awareness to it. I'm glad she did, because it at least exposes the individuals for what they did. Maybe, perhaps, it provides a reflection, an opportunity for correction. And if it does not, at least now the friends and family and co-workers are aware of who they are, because there are some things that the judicial system will not be effective in handling. So we are the court of public opinion. We have some leverage here when the judicial system is obviously not equipped to do so. Wise thoughts here, man.
I just wonder where, just being a neighbor comes in at a certain point, right? You see somebody you don't know walking on your neighborhood or your block, you just say hello. Hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you? Having a good day? Whatever. It's just a quick communication of acknowledgement of like, all right, man, you're a human being. I'm a human being. I don't know who you are. Let's just say hi to each other. And that could be the interaction. There's nothing wrong with that. And you know what's funny, man? This kid lives in the neighborhood. I happen to live in Los Angeles, where we do actually have a big homeless problem. Everybody knows that. Where, honestly, and I'm not making myself to be some great person or a good Samaritan, but anytime I see somebody, whether they look like they're from my neighborhood or not, or they're in some level of distress, I say hello. Hey, what's up?
Yep.
How are you, man? You doing good? All right, cool. And sometimes that person might ask me for $1. Sometimes that person might just be like, hey, what's up? But you just say hi to everybody, no matter who they are, just to acknowledge some level of humanity, man, some common cause here. And so just the idea that these guys couldn't just say hi to this dude, this young person at that, like you're a grown person and you can't just say what up to a young person because you feel like, whoa, my neighborhood doesn't have these kinds of people in it. It's nuts. And you literally, Dr. Richey, took the words right out of my mouth. This was freedom papers. This was show me your papers, man. I need to see your papers. Do you belong here? Do you have a right to exist here? Because if not, even though I'm not a cop, I'm not the authorities, I'm not the government, I feel like I have a right to ask you, about your eligibility to walk on a goddamn public neighborhood street. So, this stuff's been happening since way back.
Yeah. And there's this resurgence, especially in places like Florida, Texas. If you look at the stories that we cover as it relates to these incidents, you see them in more high, they're high density inside of those particular states, and there's a reason for it.